Hi everyone, welcome back to this Bedrock survival guide with me, JaseyBee. I've waited till night time to start recording this episode because we're going to go and get some skeletons. I need some bows for some dispensers that I need to make, because today we're going to be making an automatic chicken farm and egg collector. Oh look, we've got creepers already. And for that we're going to need a couple of dispensers. Now I have some string, I could just make the bows, but it could be a bit more fun to go and kill some skeletons for them. So let's go and find ourselves some skeletons, then we can save the string that we've got, because I don't have a lot. I see one up there already. Well, in fact, I think I should really go and put this stuff away, because I went back to the old base and collected a few bits that I needed, but maybe not such a good idea to take this stuff with me. Oh, I've run out of space already. That'll do. Okay, skeletons. Oh, now he despawned. Now we've just got spiders. Oh, let's get up there. Oh, maybe we should go and get the dogs. Where did I leave the dogs? Where did I leave the dogs? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, they're all up there. There, skeleton. Oh, there's two. I think, I can't remember. I might need 3 dispensers. I'm not sure. Let's see if we can get them to shoot themselves. Oh, did he drop something? Just arrows and bones. Just arrows. Oh, dearie me. That's fine. This stuff is useful too. Oh, we've got a spider jockey. Oh, and look, a beehive. We'll have to remember that. Let's come away from the beehive so we don't anger the bees. Oh dear. Oh, spider jockeys are scary. Not what you want to see in the middle of the night. A skeleton riding a spider. Wow. The armor I've got on is pretty good, so I should survive the night. I shouldn't die to any of these mobs, but I am going to come and get the dogs. Hey, dogs. Come protect me in the night from skeletons and zombies, please. And try not to get blown up by creepers, yeah? That would be great. Thanks. But be careful! Oh, yeah. The dogs will do the work for you. And if they kill a mob, you will still get the XP for it, I think. Oh. Oh, doggies. Okay, right. Let's check some of your health then, dogs, because in fact you can have this rotten flesh. Anybody else? Oh, that means other people get a steak. And it's fine. Oh, skeleton. Get him, doggies. Yay. Okay, that's fine. We had plenty of spiders. Oh, that guy's got a trident. I want the trident. Trident. Give me the trident. No, rubbish. Okay, well, it's daytime. We found some more spiders, so we've got more string. We can go and make some bows for ourselves for the dispensers. That is absolutely fine. So if I grab some cobble, and what else? We're going to need some redstone as well. So we need the dust. We need some sticks. I think it might just be 2, but I think I do need 3. So I'm going to make 3 dispensers. Now that I've made those bows, the dispenser, make sure it's a dispenser, not a dropper. The dispenser should come up, and yes, it's using the regular bows, not my lovely enchanted bow. And in fact, just to make sure that I am using those bows, I'm going to do this manually. There's another one, and there is the 3rd. Okay, all you puppers can sit down now. You've been very helpful. Thank you. Good doggies. I've also been to fetch quartz because I'm going to need some comparators, and I think they actually use quartz, so I'll get my fortune 2 on this ore that we collected. So converting some more of those redstone blocks to dust, I can make some torches, some redstone torches. And in fact, let's just make lots of those, because we'll probably need them later on. So comparator, redstone comparator. You see the recipe there. It's 3 stone blocks, 1 quartz, and 3 of the redstone torches. Just make 1 for now. I'm just thinking, I believe I do just need the 1. Yes, just 1. And I'm going to need probably about 3. Probably 3 repeaters. So if I grab a little bit more stone here, There we go. So those last bits can go into my chest over here that I have ready for the stuff that I'm going to make. So we don't need spruce logs, it's just there for extra stuff, but I need some spruce stairs, spruce slabs, spruce fence. In fact, I have more fence, let's put that in there. Oak wood stairs, oak planks, and oak wood slabs. Some oak logs which we are going to strip. It's going to have a similar shape to our big house. This wasn't on purpose, it was just while I was designing it, it ended up being a similar shape to the house that we made. We're going to need some glass blocks, some chests, dispensers, redstone comparator, redstone repeater. Going to need that dust as well, so let's put all of that in there. And as this is a chicken farm, we are of course going to need plenty of eggs. Oh, and yes, of course, we're going to need some hoppers too. Oh, I've only got enough for 3. I probably need a little bit more than that. I probably need 4. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 5, actually. 3, 4, 5. Okay, right, so I've got my hoppers. So what do I need first? I'm going to need the chests first, the hoppers, dispensers, comparator, repeater, and redstone. Let's get a couple more bits of redstone too, and also going to need some oak wood slabs. So what we have here is an area that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks long, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks wide. And this area needs to be dug down by 1 block. Then over here in the bottom left corner, I've missed a block, then dug down another block, 2 wide. This is going to be where the chest goes, so we can place that now. So from the back of the right side of that double chest, we're going to dig back by another 3 blocks, and that is where we're going to crouch, and at the back of the chest place 3 hoppers. This block here is where the chickens are going to die, so I'm going to place an oak wood slab just there, and then on the right hand side of that slab place a dispenser facing into the slab. And it's dark, so don't forget to sleep. And we're back. So at the back of the dispenser we just placed, we're going to place another hopper, and on top of that hopper we're going to put another oak wood slab. Now I'm going for wood because I'm going to be turning this into a chicken coop, but if we make the majority of the inner workings first, you'll see what you need to do, and you can apply this to a different build or just have it as a farm on its own. At the back of the hopper that we just placed, we're going to place a temporary block. We're going to come and stand up on that dispenser, and we're going to place that other dispenser facing into this slab. So this slab here is where the chickens that lay eggs to trigger the dispenser into the killing chamber are going to stand. They're going to lay eggs, and then what's going to happen is some redstone is going to detect that there is something in that hopper and set off this dispenser. So when there's an egg in there, it'll fire into there, and we won't get a chicken every time, but we will get chickens in here that will grow up and eventually be killed. So to create that mechanism, what we need to do is place a comparator facing out of this hopper. Then we're going to place a repeater facing the same way next to that comparator, so the redstone signal is traveling in that direction. Then I'm going to place my wood block at the end of that repeater, going for wood again because that's going to fit in with the rest of the build, but you can put stone or any solid block that conducts a redstone signal. Then what we need to do is make sure that there is a block either side of the first dispenser, and facing that first dispenser behind the left hand side block we can also place a second block. Grabbing your redstone dust, if we're facing this repeater and comparator to the left and the right hand side of this solid block we placed, we can do redstone dust, and on one side you're just going to need 2, on the other side you will need 3, and that third one needs to go into the comparator. But on the other side we're going to place 2 repeaters, and then what's going to happen is the comparator is going to detect that there is something in that hopper. It's going to send a redstone signal to the repeater, which sends it into this block. This redstone line here will then get charged and send redstone signal into this block, which will charge this dispenser and spit out the egg that was laid. And on the other side, this redstone line will get charged and go into the comparator, and if you put a redstone signal into the side of a comparator, that actually creates a minus effect, so that will turn off that comparator, and if there's still stuff in this hopper, what you will get is a continuous on-off effect until that hopper is empty. And that's the key to making this dispenser spit things out. It needs to turn off then on again. It will only spit out one item per every new redstone signal. Make sense? Yeah, clear as mud. So that is as complicated as the redstone is going to get. What we need to do is make sure that this is all set up correctly so that this actually works. And it's raining, great. Now this farm can be modified to either be a cooker or just collecting the raw chicken. I'm going to collect raw chicken because I want to be able to then put the raw chicken into the smelter, because we're going to set up a new XP farm, and we're going to put everything that we need to smelt into one furnace. So I'm actually going to extend this line of blocks here to the end and do the same on the other side, making sure not to cover the chest, and then make sure that there's one on the back. Then I'm going to do the same thing for a second row of blocks, so that the area surrounding this kill chamber and the hoppers is 2 blocks high. Now, if you want to see how I would slightly modify this for lava, stay tuned to the end of this tutorial and I'll show you it in my creative world where I was playing with both water and lava options. And it's dark again, so let's go and sleep. Okay, so one thing that I forgot that we were going to do is put trapdoors on the outside, so let's make some of those. I'm going to go for the oak trapdoors because you can actually see through them. And over here, over where the chest is for collection, I'm going to put a temporary block and then come around to the other side and place a trapdoor and flip it open. Then get rid of that temporary block. And in fact, we could probably get rid of this one too. And I'm just not remembering what I put here to stop items from flying through this gap. So for now, I'm just going to place a piece of glass, or you can put a stair, just to make sure that items aren't going to flow and fall out, that they're actually going to go through the hoppers. Now, looking down at the hoppers that are exposed, the one that is closer to the slab there, we can pop another block on top of there and leave that one open, and then this trapdoor here is going to stop the water and allow all the items to flow down into that hopper. Now the key is to place the water on the solid block above the slab, and there will actually be a gap under there where the slab is. The slab stops the water from entering that block, and the babies can fit in that half a block, but then when they grow up to be adults, their heads will actually be in the water. That will drown them, and the reason we've had to go up one block and create this little water stream is because the raw chicken and the feathers will often float, and this doesn't get collected by the hopper underneath. But we've put a hopper underneath because sometimes it doesn't float up, so they can get collected either way, either underneath the slab or by pushing them through the water stream. If this was lava, however, the items will just drop straight onto the slab, and you would be able to bring this all in by another block, even just putting glass here. But I will show you that at the end of this tutorial, because for this world I am doing the water killing system. We can now grab our glass again, and here on this other slab we can put 2 blocks of glass either side of that slab, and then solid blocks on top of the dispenser and on the opposite one here. So what we have is an area here where chickens will be stood here, and they will be laying eggs going into that hopper and turning on the whole system. But just to make sure that they don't escape from there, I'm going to build up in the corners as well, so that we have got a 3x3 area. We've got the 2 glass areas there so we can see inside, and then we've got walls of oak planks on either side of that. Now, if you have lots and lots and lots of eggs, you could probably fill that dispenser up with eggs now and get some chickens in there now, and you'd have time for those to grow up. But the eggs that I've got here are actually all the eggs I've got in the world, so I'm going to use these in the egg collector first. And that is the part of the build that we're going to be doing now. So coming over to the left-hand side, in line where these gaps here are for the water, we're going to place a double chest. Then we're going to jump onto the top of here, grab another hopper, and sort of in the middle, if I do it in line with the kill chamber, that should be about right. We're going to place the hopper facing into that double chest. So now that I've got a better idea of where everything is going, I'm actually going to swap that bit of glass there for a stair, and let's try and go for an upside down stair. So that's nice and flat. And these two blocks here are actually going to be stairs as well. We're going to make those regular right way upstairs. And I realise it's getting dark, but I just want to do this bit before I go to bed. Then what we can do is put upside down stairs there and there on top of the regular stairs, and then run back to the house and sleep. So what we've got here is just a little bit of detailing just to make the build look a little bit more interesting. I'm going to hop up onto the top of this now, place some solid blocks at the back, and then completely surrounding the chest and the hopper there, we're going to put glass. And then also to make sure that none of the egg-laying chickens are going to be falling down there, we're going to put another bit of glass there. We can probably even put glass just here as well. And that's going to make this nice T shape, and we're going to cover all of those bits of glass there with trapdoors. And that's just going to give it a nice texture and look a little bit more like a chicken coop, because you wouldn't necessarily have big windows in a chicken coop. And this is where I'm going to need my logs that I'm going to strip. Let's see if I can use those trapdoors as a ladder. I can. I'm going to, no, not those. I'm going to use the stripped oak logs to top this whole thing off just up here. So those go on top of the glass, and then we can use the axe to strip them. Okay, so using the trapdoors again, can I just pop? Yes, I can use that one. What I can do is just fill that gap in there, and I can grab those eggs now. Oh, let's do, can we? Yeah, they're going to fall in there. So don't aim at the hopper because it'll just open it. Aim at the side, try and make sure that they're going to land in that hole, and hopefully we'll get quite a few. Now the reason I want eggs, and I'm hoping this is still the case, but on Bedrock Edition, farmers will buy eggs, so I do want a nice big collection of eggs. So hopefully we'll get enough chickens in here to get lots and lots of eggs. Now I'm going quite steadily with this because what I don't want to do is hit a chicken that has just hatched, because if you do, they can actually jump back out again and I'll lose them, and they'll be just roaming the place and getting into everything. So we're just going steadily with this. And was that the last one? That was the last one of my eggs. So all you chickens, you grow up nice and big and lay me some eggs. Right, so we can pop those back up there. I think what's going to happen here is the trapdoors are going to come out once. So if I place a temporary block there, grab myself some more logs if I've got them. No, I don't, so I need to go get some more logs. And look, I can't remember who it was. Somebody commented on the last episode that I have all this diamond gear and I'm still using a stone axe. Well, I've upgraded to an iron one. Are you impressed? I'm just so tight with my diamonds. I'm not making not gonna make a one out of diamonds just yet. I think I'm waiting for enchantments so it doesn't end up being a waste. Okay, so I've got my temporary block there. I'm going to pop a log there so that it's facing the correct way. Let's put planks there because we're not going to see those, but that needs to be filled in. And then we can put another log on top of the glass block that is at the back here. And those again can be stripped. And get rid of that stair because that was just temporary, so I could get up there and get rid of that. So this is all actually ready to go. What I can do is just fill all of this in. We need blocks on the outside here, just to trim everything off, and so that there isn't this big ditch leading up to it. Over the chest we'll put a trapdoor, but I need these for something else right now. Then I think this area can also be wood blocks. Let's bring this forward. But we're about ready to put a roof on this, and then once we've got plenty of eggs in here, we can transfer some of those into that dispenser and set up the chickens that are going to lay eggs for us to kill and eat later as you know, chickens and yeah, we're good. Yeah, all the chicken. So a couple of things before we start doing the roof. I've popped the trapdoors here, so there is actually a gap in between the trapdoor and the glass that's inside, and I've also brought this side up just one more block so that it is in line with this stripped one here. So we've got a 2 across and then we've got a 3 across. I've just gone with regular planks here because we're not really going to be seeing those blocks. And for the roof we're going to need spruce wood stairs, some spruce wood planks, and also some spruce fence. So we're going with a lovely spruce roof. So right way upstairs we're going to start on that plank and bring that out so it's 1 block out from the end of the wall. Then we'll come and do the same thing on the other side. And before we climb up onto the top of the roof, I'm going to come over to the far side, and above these trapdoors we'll place right way upstairs again. No, don't open that, place the stair. And we're going to make those come out by 1 either side of that wall as well. So how we're going to get up? Let's just place a stair there. I should be able to just climb up there. Yes, we can. Also, I've put some torches inside these chambers where the chickens are. We shouldn't get anything spawning in there, but just make sure we'll light it up. And also, it means that we can actually see in and see the chickens and check they're okay. So in line with those stairs, we'll place some slabs and extend those out the same as the stairs, 1 block from the end. Then if we change direction, place stairs going from that lower roof to the higher roof, once again coming out 1 block from the end. Then we'll do 1 more row of stairs on either side of the roof. And that way. So then when we've got all the stairs in, what we'll need to do is place slabs at the top, but so that we've got something to start off with, I'm going to place an upside down stair there in line with the edge of the wall. That's just going to add a little bit of interest there to that roof. Do the same thing on the other side, and then we can use that to place our first slab, and then just do a line from that first slab all the way along the length of the roof. And the roof is done. So then we can place some spruce fence at each corner of the roof just to make it look like it is supported. No, not there, there. Deary me. And that is the last one. So you should have something that looks a little bit like this, or maybe just like this. This is actually pretty much done. I just need to cover up this redstone here because we don't want this ugly redstone on show. So what I have prepared is some hay bales. That's going to fit in with the farm look, but I'm just going to leave this dispenser exposed because we're going to need that. But this is how we're going to cover that up. I also just want to put a trapdoor over the chest just to make that flush with the floor there, and we can just open that up because that block is a stair, it's not a solid block. So before we can finish this off, I've got to wait for those chickens up there to grow up, which they may have done, and they may have started laying eggs, but we'll wait until we've got quite a few before we put them in the dispenser and finish off the farm. Right, I've been hearing them popping out their eggs, but we've only got a stack plus 4 at the moment. So that'll do to be able to show you how we're going to get the chickens into this other chamber. If I just stick those in there and get myself a lever, and we're just going to flick that lever on and off, and that dispenser is going to throw those eggs in there. Hopefully we'll get at least 1 chicken. And that's just ticking now, so that has that's run out of eggs. Oh, look, we got one little lonely chicken in there. But what we'll do is wait until there's about 9 stacks in here. Possibly would need double that if you really want a lot of chicken going through. So maybe we'll wait until there's 18 stacks of eggs. And then after that, we'll cover the rest of this with some hay bales. I'd probably just leave the lever on there because it might be that we want to, get a lot more chicken in there, in which case we'd need to fill that up again. So that is the farm, but obviously we want to see it working so that you guys can actually see that this works and it's worth taking the time to build. So we're going to hop over into the creative world where I've already built this and it's already working. So here it is in my creative world. You can see I've put the hay bales in here already. I've got some lanterns lighting it up. Just realised that I used dirt here instead of wood, but that's fine. It doesn't have to look exactly like this. I mean, you guys will probably even do something slightly different to me, but if I get rid of some of these trapdoors, I need to leave that one there because it's stopping the water, but we can see inside there's lots of chickens in there laying eggs, and those are going through, and the baby chickens are not dying under the water. Now, so that we're not waiting for absolutely ages for one of these babies to grow up, let's just pop down in here and down one more. Let's pop some chicken spawn eggs in there. Oh, there we go. There should now be, there we go, there's some adults in there now. So they are now in the water and they will drown very soon. There we go, they're dying. So the chicken didn't actually float up with this bit, but we are getting chicken, raw chicken in that box. So those must not have floated, they must have gone into the hopper before. But I was getting the problem that the chicken and the feathers were floating to the top of here and nothing was getting collected. So this just makes sure that either way, we're going to be collecting that chicken. Then over here, we have actually got the one that uses the lava to cook the chickens. So if I get rid of those trapdoors there, you can see what I've done is instead of wood planks, I've actually surrounded that with stone, and everything is a block in. So the glass is actually a one block further in to contain that lava. We've still got 3 hoppers leading to the chest, but everything gets collected through the hopper that is under that slab. Nothing's going to float up through the lava. And as there's nothing in there at the moment, we can do the same thing, just put some chicken spawn eggs into that hopper just to demonstrate that working. Where are we? There we go. Put it in the hopper, they'll go straight in. And what? Oh my goodness. But if we put a few in there, we'll have time to come over here and see that actually working. There must be quite a few eggs in the dispenser already, but there go the chickens. They're dying straight away. And there's all the cooked chicken that's coming through. So obviously in survival, this is going to take a lot longer to work because you've got to wait for those baby chickens to grow up. But that is how it works. Around the back here, you're going to have stone exposed. So what I would maybe do is just put some stairs here. And then at the back, we can once again add some hay bales, or you can maybe put some spruce trapdoors as a nice trim. I'm not sure, but there we go. We can't see the stone now. So it will work either way. So I'm going to have to AFK here for a little while to make sure that this is nice and stocked and working, but that is unfortunately all I've got time for this episode. If you did enjoy it, make sure to smash that like button. Oh, excuse my computer's fan turning on there at the worst possible moment. It's getting quite warm in here, but next week we're having snow apparently. Anyway, make sure you're smashing that like button, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Come and join the Discord, so come say hi, leave a comment, let me know what you think of our little chicken coop, chicken cooker or killer, or, you know, it's a chicken farm. It's a chicken farm that looks like a chicken coop, and it works. Yay! And until the next episode, guys, I will see you then. Thanks for watching.